Small but mighty, a solidarity vigil on a snowy Saturday in Montreal, raising voices to honor the victims of the alleged Winnipeg serial killings.
What we learned is that if you choose Indigenous women, you will be successful because nobody cares.
Demonstrators are now camping out at the Brady landfill. And despite the city of Winnipeg calling for a pause in operations, Winnipeg police still insist they can't and won't search the site.
This was certainly beyond the scope of something that we thought was feasible.
Though thousands of kilometers away, homeless advocates in Montreal say the issue of missing and murdered Indigenous women hits close to home.
This is seriously an issue here. It's not just something that happens in Winnipeg or in Vancouver. It happens here.
Across Canada, Indigenous women are 5 times more likely to be victims of homicide. In Montreal, they are 11 times more likely to be randomly stopped and questioned by police. David Chapman of Resilience Montreal says this creates a climate of distrust and makes Indigenous women more hesitant to report sexual assault or other dangerous situations.
I can tell you that there's predators right now that I'm aware of who are raping women on a monthly basis and getting away with it continually, targeting homeless women. And the reason why the authorities don't get creative is simply because they don't care.
This is why the Native Women's Shelter of Montreal created the Ishkwe Project to liaise with police and support urban Indigenous women. In 2021, they introduced a confidential tip line and are currently working to improve Quebec's MMIWG database.
We're really at the point where policy change is needed. We've had promise after promise from the government, and in my opinion, they're just not stepping up. So if you have a platform, if you're able to talk about the crisis, it's due time to do so. And I think that's the best form of allyship right now.
They've also recently launched a Red Dress Alert Facebook page, which so far has 2 published names. Donna Pare, an Inuk woman who vanished back in 2019, and 14-year-old Linda Ukwetuk Kirshner, who hasn't been seen in 3 weeks. But they're also working with Quebec Native women and provincial police on a Red Dress Alert app and push notifications, something federal MP Leah Gazan called for Canada-wide 2 weeks ago.
When a non-Indigenous person goes missing, they're usually found much quicker than when our people go missing. So if this is something that could at least bring awareness and people can sort of pay attention to, I think it's worth trying to do, and we're on it.
The Red Dress Alert project is expected to pick up speed in 2023. Lindsay Richardson, APTN National News, Montreal.